I'm interested in the Ashmolean and the University Engagement Program because it allows me to do my job of teaching business so much better.
So on our course there's a seminar and each week we sort of look at history from a different disciplinary angle. An expert who has studied the period in depth brought us into a room and allowed us to investigate for ourselves Aegean pottery, which actually went together really well with a lot of the stuff we were reading in the seminar.
I'm a lecturer in the business school and I teach MBA students and undergraduates studying management and economics, and also executives who come to visit the university on short courses.
I teach English undergraduates a course that starts, or a series of courses that start from the 16th to the early 18th century.
You can learn a lot more about business from the museum than you'd ever would have thought possible.
A play from the 1630s is going to be absolutely full of references to objects, and that can be intimidating, but what's really exciting about the Ashmolean is we can open a box and say, would you like to touch one of those objects? It's very exciting developing courses that say, well, what can we do with these opportunities?
I might be reading about the debasement of the coinage during Henry VIII and then see these coins laid out in front of you.
Things come out of touching objects. Things happen when people are given things that they've never seen before. They ask questions that they wouldn't normally ask, and they are prompted to think in very different ways.
To look at things in a different way. It's not just motivational, but it can revitalise the way that you write about things or the way that you think about things.
I'm an associate professor of diplomatic studies in the Department of International Development. The course I'm teaching deals primarily with the theory and practice of contemporary international diplomacy, and I thought that a historical dimension would be interesting for students as well. And this is how I made a connection with this current program at Ashmolean.
Well, I feel that having museums like the Ashmolean, which is really a world-class museum here, makes a massive difference to the Brooks undergraduate courses. We take our students on more or less a weekly basis. I feel that if you're in a place where you don't have access to objects, you really don't get that sense of what the objects look like, how they feel.
You can feel the delicacy of an 18th century teacup, but you also feel its specialness and its valuableness. There's a little moment of respect.
Going to a handling session and doing something like that shows you that actually all these objects are just like books in the Bodleian Library. They're there for you.
I always go and wander around, sort of favourite pieces, go and sometimes prepare for lectures. Sometimes I'm just enjoying myself looking at things, other times I'm frantically trying to work out what to say to students. But I just love the sort of tranquility. If you get sort of lack of inspiration with your own field, you can go and wander around and see all these other beautiful things and interesting things. Seeing objects in the flesh has a dramatic effect on students' understanding of the work.
I noticed that some of them used some of the examples they got from the museum in one of the practice essays they prepared from class.
They just loved the session, and they loved all aspects of it.
They always feed back that it was one of the most valuable parts of the program. We can offer it here in Oxford because of the UEP, because of this program, and most other business schools can't offer anything comparable.
Libraries and the Ashmolean are opening up to readers in a way that's wholly positive.
This kind of interaction, it enhances learning.
Doing things like this show that this is a truly international, progressive, cutting-edge university.
I can do my job in the business school better because the Ashmolean and the University Engagement Program are here.